people come up to me all the time and they'll say, what was the proudest case that you had as a prosecutor, and how many years did you put that person in prison for? And my response is, we had some of those cases. But the proudest case that I had wasn't one where we put somebody in prison. It was one where we kept a young man out. And I showed up to this hearing, and this young man, 17 years old, he'd been charged as an adult, 3 10-year felonies, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder. He shot these 3 young men at a bus stop in the north end of Flint. And I showed up to that initial hearing, and his attorney grabbed me and he said, Tom, would you do me a favor? I want you to go in the back, in the holding cell with this young man, spend a few minutes with him, and come back here and talk to me. I was in that holding cell for over an hour. Young man, orange jumpsuit, shackled, crying. And he said, sir, I don't know what to do. Everything in that police report is 100% accurate. What's not on the report is this. What I did that day was in self-defense. These 3 men attacked me. I thought they were going to kill me, and I shot them in self-defense. And I don't know what to do because it's 3 people's word against 1. I'm going to prison for the next 10 years, and I'm going to be a convicted felon, and I'm never going to work again. My life is going to be ruined. For some reason, there was something in my heart. I believed that young man. I went back out in the courtroom, and I told my officer in charge, Rod, I know you're not going to be happy. I need you to go to that bus stop, and I need you to figure out if there was any surveillance that day. About 4 hours later, he came back holding this DVD. We put it into the computer, and everything that this young man said was 100% true. Within an hour, we got him out of jail, and we had the other 3 arrested for falsifying a police report. I tell that story because of this. As I travel the state, I believe many people feel the same way that that young man did that day. They feel like the government's coming down upon them. They feel like it doesn't matter how much money they make, it's not enough because they can't keep up with the rising property taxes or housing costs. They feel like their kids are not being educated, and they are looking for somebody that's going to crisscross the state, listen to their problems, and come to the table with real and serious policy solutions, not talking points and not poking other politicians. That's what I'm going to do over the next year as I campaign. And when I'm the state's next governor, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to work fixing the problems of the people of this state.